What is going on, fellow YouTubers? This is Heath Nation 2465, and welcome to another special report from the Berserk and Nasty podcast. I do want to apologize if I haven't been as active as I normally am when it comes to my streams. The first time I was able to truly stream something for long periods of time was Friday for my friend Ian's birthday. So I am going to try to get back into the mold of things here real soon. Just bear with me for a moment. I've got 2 podcasts lined up, and I've just been dealing with stuff on a personal level here. And yeah, and I've been trying to work on a project. So it's just been really, really rough here. As I check my phone. Okay. So it's going to be a short podcast. We're going to do a special report today, and then we're going to get into the main podcast tomorrow. So we're going to talk a little bit about sports. Some of this is old news, and some of it is much newer news. But first things first, let's talk about the NBA Finals. It went to 7 games. Whoever won was going to get their first championship ever. And, of course, it was OKC with Shea Alexander, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, all of them. It was a really fun series. This is the first time in years that I was truly committed to watching an NBA Finals match. And people are like, oh, it's low viewership and all that. Yeah, the people that sit there and complain about low viewership, they're only complaining because the NBA Finals doesn't consist of LeBron James or Stephen Curry or a big market team like New York or Boston or LA. So I just don't buy that shit for a moment. It was a fun championship finals matchup. It really could have gone either way. There were close matchups here and there, and then one team would find their mojo and just blow out the other in a certain game. The Pacers looked like they had it in the bag at one point, and then, of course, OKC's defense steps up to the plate. They jam Halliburton. They jam Siakam to the point where they're not getting enough layups or field goals or three-pointers to compensate for the barrage. And, of course, OKC have their first championship. So congratulations to the OKC Thunder. And here's congratulations to another team within the hemisphere. The Florida Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. I didn't watch much hockey because, I don't know, it just didn't seem interesting despite the fact that it had 3 overtime games. It was the same 2 teams from last year, so of course when you have a repeat like that, it's enough to breed contempt. But at the same time, it was competitive for the time being, and then Florida Panthers just started riffing off goals left and right in the later half of the series. Honestly, I think the big problem with these Canadian teams, I think they're more focused on star power than they are depth. Like, with the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're all about all-star players, but they don't have the role players necessary to bring the best out of the star players. I think that's what's going on with Edmonton because of all the pressure from Canadian media. How dare you disgrace our sport with you constantly losing? I think it's just the mentality of these Canadian teams. They just can't get it done when it's necessary. They don't have the discipline. Oh, shit. Yeah, I got you, Justin. I got you. All right, we're going to have a guest come on here momentarily. Let me get this up. But, yeah, it was just hold on a second. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, God. Anyway, we got people coming on the podcast, so I better open up the OKC thing back up again. Since, yeah, I just thought it was going to be a relatively easy stream, but everyone's like, fuck, there's a podcast. It's a special report. Calm down. Calm down, everyone. But yeah, congrats. I see that Florida added key pieces like Brad Marchand to the mix, which is great, as much to my dismay. You know, they throw rats into the ice. So there's that. Welcome to the club. But, I mean, on the brighter news, Seth fucking Jones got himself a Stanley Cup. Trying to travel from team to team, trying to make himself look like the star player that he is, helping out any way he can. It didn't matter. He was great with the Blue Jackets. He sucked when he went to Chicago. They didn't utilize him well. And yeah, that's the thing. And now that he was on a winning team that could play up to his talents, I'm grateful for him. Good for him, man. Good for him. Okay, so we should be getting guests on here. I thought I was going to be doing this solo, but I guess they saw the notification. They're like, shit, can you send a link? But yeah, we'll be expecting that. Uh-oh. Come on, bastard. There you go. So yeah, congratulations to the Panthers. With these Canadian teams, I don't know where the fuck they go. They got to stop letting the media dictate how they perform. And they just need to start getting role players. It's not just Edmonton. It's a problem with Toronto. It's a problem with Winnipeg. The other teams in question are also at fault, like Ottawa. They haven't been the same. Calgary hasn't been the same since letting Johnny Hockey go. And, yeah. Oh. Hold on. Speak of the devil. Hiltefin. Fuck. Okay, so just recently, Cincinnati had 100 men go up against a gorilla at the Cincinnati Zoo. And this motherfucker right here decided to turn heel on all 99 of his brothers to help the gorilla. Justin, what do you have to say for yourself? Why did you help Harambe? Why did you do it? Why did you help him?
Can you hear me? Because my phone's been acting up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah.
Why did you turn heel on those 99 brothers? Why did you do it? I don't think he can hear me that well.
I didn't. What'd you say?
I said there was a competition. They had 100 people go up against the gorilla at the Cincinnati Zoo, and you turned heel on those other 99 people. Why did you team up with Harambe? Why did you do it, Justin?
Hey, they shouldn't have been bothering my boy Harambe. You know what I mean? We've been going through hard times, okay? I needed a laugh. That's why I said, let me join in.
But
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It was just going to be a special report, but it looks like everyone's just like, oh, fuck, we got to get on the podcast now. God damn. But, yeah. Justin, if you can hear me, what did you think about OKC winning the championship? What did you think about that series? I don't know if he can hear me. He said he's been getting bad phone reception. So. You're muted. Justin, I think you're muted, buddy.
I got you.
But
I hear you now. I don't know why.
Did you watch the NBA Finals? What did you think of the finals?
I mean, I wanted Indiana, but OKC deserves it. I gotta give them that. They both play hard.
They did play hard, and they played great defense. I can't fault them.
I wasn't expecting it to go to 7.
Right. I was kind of predicting it would go to 7 for sure.
No, that guy for the what was his name for the Pacers? The white guy? No.
Oh, McConnell?
Yeah, McConnell. Yeah, that's who it was. Yep, he was balling.
Yeah, he was the only guy that was consistent all throughout those 7 games.
Yeah, he was balling. He almost is MVP. He almost is MVP.
Uh-oh, that baby's being beat.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. I had to hear that. All right. My bad. I had to hear that. Somebody get in trouble.
They're being a bad boy, then they're being a bad boy. No big deal, right?
Right? We all went through it.
I don't know why the Let me see if I can turn you down a little bit. Oh, no, don't remove them. All right, so Night of Champions. I didn't see Night of Champions. I don't know a damn thing about Night of Champions. I guess
I only watched like the first match. I didn't watch the yet.
Damn. That baby's being beat. Anyway. So, yeah. Cody Rhodes defeated Randy Orton to win the King of the Ring. Rhea Ripley defeated Raquel Rodriguez. Sami Zayn defeated Karrion Kross. Solo Sikoa defeated Jacob Fatu with help from Hikuleo. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Hold on, I'm typing to Charles.
Okay. I just seen the site.
Anyway, Hikuleo made his debut to help out Solo Sikoa, which was awesome. Charles was texting me about that.
Yo, I didn't even know who it was. I forgot he was supposed to debut.
I thought he was going to go to NXT, honest to God.
Me too. Like, they might as well get a whole family. Get a whole family contract.
I feel like that's what they're gearing up towards. Like, a whole situation where Rollins and Heyman's stable get more people, and then they, Roman comes back and starts getting a bunch of people from his family, which I think would be awesome.
Oh, he needed Zilla. I can't wait for Zilla. I hope they get Zilla.
So Jade Carsick beat Asuka. I'm kind of pissed this went 8 minutes. I thought that would go for 15.
Did you hear how they were booing Jade Cargill? They got a lot of backlash for booing her because she's black.
Well, one of them is also Japanese, so what the fuck?
They were saying like every time they had those type of events, like Naomi, Bianca, and Jade always get booed. The black women basically get booed.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to Charles.
Fuck Charles. See, I feel good to say that again. Fuck Charles.
Yeah, it does. Man, where the fuck has everyone been?
Yeah, I know.
Everyone's been out, or they either been depressed. It's just like, and then you got people dying. It's just been ridiculous.
Oh, well, you probably want to say that for the podcast. I'm gonna bring it up. About the guy that fell off the bridge.
Fell off the bridge? Where at?
On his motorcycle, the motorcyclist that went off the yellow bridge in Kentucky.
God damn!
Last night? Yeah, it was yesterday. It happened last night.
I didn't hear about that shit until you just said it.
Oh, you didn't hear about it?
Nah.
Yeah, he went off. Yeah, he fell off the bridge. His motorcycle went into the water.
So,
what's happening?
What's up, Charles? Normally I do these special reports by myself, but people were like, "Oh shit, there's a podcast." I'm like, "Well,
yeah, I thought that was a podcast going on." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Well, the idea is for little sneak peek. I don't know if you've seen my YouTube channel. We have the special report for sport, and then tomorrow we were going to talk about that lady that takes care of all the foxes taking her own life and shit.
Oh man.
Yeah. Charles, did you watch the NBA Finals? I know we're on a segue here, but
yeah.
What did you think of it?
It was pretty interesting, though.
I thought it was great.
It wasn't too bad.
It's like, and I like I brought up before I brought you guys on here, people were just mad, oh, it's going to have low viewership. It's like, you're only saying that because it doesn't have LeBron or Curry or a team from New York or Boston. So it's like, you don't really need that to be able to make a good finals. I don't know.
It felt good that it was two teams that never won a championship. I've been waiting for that for the longest.
Of course. But people want the old 2019, like the mid 2010s. Oh, like fucking, excuse me, Cavs and Warriors facing off like 69 times.
We definitely done with that.
But don't get me wrong, the first two series of that were interesting, and then the next two were just garbage. So, but I didn't watch Night of Champions. How was it? Charles, did you watch it? I know Justin just gave his opinion.
Man, I give it like at least a 9 out of 10.
Was it that good?
To me, it was. It was. They definitely brought it back.
Okay.
They got me back watching wrestling again.
But this main event, I'm reading up on this main event right here on the wiki, right?
That was so good.
All this interference that was happening and all that shit, I'm like,
it was kind of weird, but I liked it. I didn't see the whole thing, but I seen like clips of the main event. I liked it. I liked the ending.
I'll just read this part right here. Punk then performed the GTS on Cena, but there was no referee to make a count. After Cena incapacitated the referee. Breaker and Reed attacked Cena. Pence cut him off, but it was followed by Breaker. Okay, so reading between the lines right here, you're trying to make John Cena the bad guy, the big bad guy, right? But you have him fighting the other bad guys. I didn't see it, but I'm reading it here. I haven't seen a highlight, but I'm just like, doesn't that seem a bit counterintuitive? You know what I mean?
For him to pick up Bronson Reed at 48 is crazy.
Yeah.
I will say I did see that. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that match was on point. I think that's technically John Cena's first time being Punk, right? I think out of all the times their wrestler was always Punk who won.
It might be his first time I think it is his first time.
Yeah, I think it is. Matter of fact,
because Punk won 3 times, I think.
Yeah, there was Money in the Bank,
SummerSlam,
yeah,
and then Night of Champions the next year.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about Punkonomics.
What's that?
We gotta talk about the whole Punkonomics thing, yo. That was so hilarious.
Punkonomics?
When he came out as John Cena, as the Doctor of Thugonomics on SmackDown. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, you have to look that up. That shit was
hilarious. Oh my fucking! I gotta pull this picture up. Okay, now you've. What the fuck is this?
That shit was hilarious.
Bruh! He's got the classic Cubs jersey and everything. I love it. I can't.
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls snapback on.
Yeah,
I can't display the promo because they don't like me displaying any of it.
And then my other favorite match on there was the Solo and Jacob match.
Oh, yeah, Solo and Jacob. Yeah, that was a good one.
I remember, Charles, you were texting me like, "Oh, you know about Hikuleo?" I'm like, "Why are you asking?" He's in WWE. I'm like, "Really? I thought he would be in NXT by now."
Well, yeah, they might as well go ahead and get a whole island, a WWE contract.
Yeah, just get that whole island. Just get a bunch of wrestlers in there and just make. That's what I was talking to Justin about. Like when Roman Reigns returns, he should just get all the island together to make like this huge super stable. As Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins build up their own stable, you know?
But it's like, they just keep disappearing, though. It's like he bring in more, and they just disappear. Like, what happened to Tonga Loa?
Tonga, I think, is injured.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's injured. I read somewhere that he got released. I don't want to believe that, though.
That was Tonga Loa. That was in the ring, wasn't it?
Nah, that was JC.
No, I'm talking about the that was Tonga Loa too, right? It
No,
was JC, and then it was somebody else too. Was it Tonga Loa or Tonga Tonga? One of the two.
it was the other dude who
Tonga?
came.
Oh, so it was Tama.
It was who?
Was
No,
it
it was
Tama
Jeff
Tonga or
Cobb.
Tonga Loa?
It was Jeff Cobb. Yeah, it was Cobb.
It was
Because
Cobb. It was Cobb,
Cobb.
and then it was one of the. It was hold on. I
It
think it
was
was one of the Tonga brothers.
It was Cobb and Hikuleo. I've seen that picture.
Yeah, it was
But
Hikuleo. That's who
I
it
thought
was.
one of them was standing behind them though.
Nope.
Why am I tripping?
No,
They
I think
disappeared.
three of them.
As soon as JC came in the picture, that they both just disappeared.
Now, hold on, now I gotta look this up so I know I ain't tripping. But I thought one of the Tonga brothers was out there. Attacked Jacob first, and then Hikuleo came out.
God damn it! Why does this keep doing?
Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, it's just Cobb and Hikuleo. Let me see if I can pull up that tweet.
Because I only seen like maybe a couple of highlights of his in New Japan.
Yeah, I've seen like the segment with him turning on Jay White. That's like my introduction to him. Here it is, right here. Yeah, that's Jeff. Oh, wait a minute.
He's behind Solo.
Yeah, Tamatonga's right there.
Oh, he is.
Holy, I didn't even see that. Good eye, Justin. God
I was gonna say I could have sworn I seen one of them behind Solo.
Holy fuck, they are building up that Tonga line.
So wait, so he related to the Tonga?
I think there's a relation. It's through Jimmy Snuka and Haku, because they had the Fiji wrestlers dating a bunch of people, like the wives from the Samoan tribe. I think that's how that works. It's a weird dynamic. It's
can't keep up with that damn family no more.
Yeah, that island shit, island motherfuckers.
One thing I really didn't like about it is how, I mean, I guess you got to respect their religion, but how sexist that crowd was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I get you got to respect their religion, but during the women's matches, the crowd was completely silent. They made not a single noise.
I mean, I'm split on that. I'm neutral.
They were pretty pumped for the Rhea Ripley and Raquel match, though.
That's it. They only made noise for Rhea Ripley, and that was it. I'm like, that's crazy.
And then when what was it, Jade Cargill and Asuka? They didn't do anything.
Yeah, they were just completely silent. I mean, I get you got to respect their religion, but it was like
racist. That's why we bombing Iran now. That's why we attacking Iran now, motherfuckers. We coming after Saudi next.
I am not.
we coming after Saudi. Saudi, we coming for you, nigga.
We're coming for your oil, ninja.
Again, they had the nerve to give them the World Rumble too. My man.
Oh snap! Oh, the female Royal Rumble. Imagine how much.
It's not gonna fit. It's not gonna go over well.
It's not. They're gonna have to cover up, which I have no issue with. Like Rhea Ripley covered up, looked really nice. Honest to God.
Even though we like to see her undressed, but you know.
Yeah, we like to see her shake her ass, but she got that leather, so you know.
That's the only thing I had a problem with that night.
I didn't see the whole pay-per-view. I saw clips of it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. But the Randy and Cody match was good too. It told a great story.
Cody promo was just trash.
It told a great story. The match told a great story.
Of course, it's Randy Orton and Cody. I'm like, yeah, you can easily make that a story, you know.
I didn't see the Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross match. I didn't see that. I didn't come across that yet.
I forgot bro was even back from injury.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have yet to see any like the pay-per-view, so I can't render opinions other than what you guys are telling me. It's probably a good thing that you guys came on when you did.
And I guess next we gotta wait for that old Berg match.
Yeah. Make Jey Uso great again. Fuck you, Tyler.
I mean, I get it. It was in his contract, so they had to honor it. But like, bro, just give it up.
I mean, I get that it's also in Georgia, but like, you could have. Honestly, I mean, Gunther and Goldberg is hard hitting, but I think it would have been just. And people are gonna give me shit for this, like Mara. I don't fucking care either way. Say what you will. A match between Goldberg and Jey Uso would have been interesting. Sure, it might not have been as hard-hitting as, say, Goldberg and Gunther, but I think it would have been a very interesting match. Go ahead, Charles.
But isn't it in his contract, or can he even wrestle for more than 10 minutes? Goldberg?
I don't think there's anything in the contract that says that.
I'm saying, even in general, like, have you actually seen him wrestle a 30-minute match or a 25-minute match?
I think the most I've ever seen was like 20, if I'm gonna be dead honest. And one of those matches was that snoozer against Brock Lesnar when
everybody say he can't. So I'm like, him versus Gunther probably gonna be like a quick 15-minute match.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be. I'm not excited for it. I think it's kind of dumb that they aligned it with AEW All In. That's for damn sure.
Oh, that Saturday night main event.
Yeah, because it's literally the next day, isn't it? Yeah, like that. Night.
Yeah, they just taking advantage of that pay-per-view, because they've had it like about 4 or 5 times this year.
Speaking of which, All In Texas is coming up. I don't know how they're gonna fill up especially with how they've been doing. Here's the thing with AEW that I don't fucking understand. Well, first off, the card looks all right. You know, Okada versus Omega, which I'm surprised that they're. I figured when they gave Omega the title, that's what they were going to fucking do. Honest to God. They were going to put him against Okada to unify those belts because they know that those belts. I mean, the international title has been great, but the continental title has been shit.
When did that happen then?
July 12th. 2 weeks from now.
So it's basically, I guess, right around the time they're coming to Cincinnati.
I think it's a little bit after when they come to Cincinnati.
Okay. I like AEW doing that though. At least they come to Cincinnati more than.
I cut off. But yeah, that's the big thing.
But that's that. I think now we just down to baseball. Baseball and wrestling.
Well, there's a couple things. UFC event.
Oh yeah. No, in sports wise, we're just down to baseball and wrestling. Well, soccer.
Soccer, yeah, we're gonna talk about the Club World Cup too.
That's all we got left to watch on TV.
Ila Tapora defeated. When we're not talking about the fucking Jake Paul fight, I've seen it. I don't give a shit. Fuck that shit. We ain't talking about it. But Tapora beat Charles Oliveira in the first round to become the lightweight champion. Alexandre Pantoja, I think I'm pronouncing that name right, beat Kai Kara France.
Was this UFC?
Yeah, well, with a submission to retain his flyweight championship. He's up to 4 defenses.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that.
I know, right? There's been some news been going on recently in regards to John Jones. So here's what I know. All right, I know you probably have seen this. Charles, have you seen this before?
I've seen that he officially retired.
Yeah, so the whole details behind it are just really wonky. So John Jones was hyped up. He's the heavyweight champion. He was hyped up to have a match with the interim champion, Tom Aspinall. And they had been negotiating about it for months and months and months. They've been dragging their heels on this shit. So, oh, okay, Justin. telling me why he had to leave the call. Anyway, so they're doing all this shit. They're like, and Aspinall's getting like angsty because he wants to unify and become the undisputed champion. Which, by the way, with the way Aspinall's been fighting, I think he would have had a better chance than Stipe Miocic. Honest to God. There was just some things in his game, and Joe Rogan even agreed with me. There were some things in his game where I'm just like, yeah, Jones has been exposed like that before on numerous occasions. Against Dominic Hayes, against Alexander Gustafsson in their first encounter. But then, out of nowhere, John Jones just decides to retire. He retires. Aspinall is the new heavyweight champion. He's the undisputed champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get deja vu. Because remember when he was stripped the first time, Charles, of his championship?
Yeah.
The hit and run in Albuquerque, I think it was. It supposedly happened again. His attorney said, this is from MMA Junkie, by the way. His attorney says his off-embattled and off-legally embroidered client has been falsely accused as being targeted by the police. Here we go again with this shit. There's a criminal summons accusing Jones of leaving the scene of an accident in February. He is scheduled for a bond arraignment July 24th. So, all this, like, there was no word about this. I didn't hear any word about him being involved in an accident in February. Details of the criminal complaint include accusations that Jones left the scene of a crash with a half-naked and intoxicated woman in the car. Oh, God. He's pulling a fucking ditty on us again. And when reached by phone, a man thought to be Jones made allusions to violence to multiple police officers. Yeah, so it's just funny how this all magically comes about right as he vacates the title. Like, you can sit there, and Dana White can sit there and say, oh, it was playing believe what you want. It's like, believe who you want to believe, as he says right here. I don't doubt that you're telling the truth, Dana, but there's still a lot of gaps, a lot of questions that have not been answered. It's like, why wait from it was February, right? So March, April, May, June, about to be July. Why would you wait 4 to 5 months to reveal this case to the public? It makes no fucking sense. It kind of puts into question why that fight was dragged out the way it was. I'll tell you one thing that wasn't dragged out, though, was the Club World Cup. It went by without a hitch. I am currently... Another reason why I've been out for a while is because I've been working on my own documentary chronicling these guys right here, Borussia Dortmund. They came to Cincinnati. It was awesome as shit. It was fun. I'm surprised you and Justin didn't come down to the pitch.
That's what I was down there, but I forgot all about it.
Oh, man. They decked
I didn't
it
know
out.
till I sent you a Snapchat story. Like, damn, he is down here.
It's like they decked the whole thing out in black and yellow. It's like, damn, when is the last time Cincinnati accepted anything with black and yellow? Let's be honest. But, yeah. So a couple of the knockout round matches happened. I was really hoping that Messi could really just take it to his old team in PSG. I thought they were just going to have this balls to the wall encounter. But they
Messi was playing?
Yeah, Inter Miami they entered the knockout stage, which is a miracle.
I didn't know they can do that.
Yeah, oh yeah. They it's right here. They finished second in the group. They had one win. I think it was over Porto, yeah, and then 2 draws. But I was really hoping that this would just be a death match. Unfortunately, PSG defeated Messi and Inter Miami 4-0.
My bad, I got a phone call.
Yeah, I heard you. Flamenco versus Bayern Munich. Bayern wins 4-2. Flamenco had a chance. If they had just stayed disciplined and started marching the ball down, they would have won easily. But the wheels just came off. So Bayern Munich and PSG are going up against each other. Chelsea and Benfica went into extra time. And again, much like with Flamengo, the wheels fell off for Benfica. Chelsea has scored 3 straight goals. Palmeiras and Botafogo, I expect nothing less. These 2 Brazilian teams were just going to beat the shit out of each other. Yeah, so Palmeiras advances. Now to the other matches. This is 29. So tomorrow it'll be Inter Milan from Italy taking on Fluminense from Brazil. It really comes down to whose defense gets going first. Because if Fluminense plays like a stone brick shithouse like they did in the group battles, they have a chance to win this. But if Inter Milan just keeps their cool, keeps their patience, play that cardiac ball, they're going to win this. But personally, I have Fluminense. Manchester City take on Al Hilal. And this one really, I think both teams are practically even. Because Al Hilal drew against Real Madrid. And Man City has just been destroying everybody. I'm going to give a slight edge to Al Hilal, though. Next up on Tuesday, we have Real Madrid taking on Juventus. Madrid, of course, from Spain. Juventus from Italy. Oh, by the way, Al Hilal, I think, is from Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think, yeah, it's a Saudi club. Cool. Cool beans. And then Manchester City is also from the UK. So Real Madrid and Juventus, Real Madrid should have no issue with it. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Juventus starts clawing. And then my boys from Germany, Borussia Dortmund, are taking on Mexico's Monterrey. And again, just like the last match, Borussia Dortmund should be okay. However, I would not take Monterrey lightly. That's all I got to say. So that is it for the Club World Cup. Man, is there anything I missed? Anything, guys? Other than, I mean, we talked about basketball, talked about hockey, talked about wrestling, talked about soccer. I think we've covered everything. Yeah, I'm sorry it was so abrupt the way it is. Normally I do these special presentations these special reports by myself. You know, just do a podcast, get on out of here. But we have a big podcast coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so at 7 tomorrow, this is why I wanted to do the special report today, so that way we could keep the next true podcast by itself because of the topic at hand.
What topic is that?
In regards to, let me pull her up real quick here. In regards to the Save a Fox girl that took her own life. Here, I'll give you a...
Who was that?
So I'm going to make it short and sweet because I want to be able to save most of the story for tomorrow. She was a woman that did like the Save a Fox Foundation, basically saved a bunch of animals, mostly foxes, and she took her life because of bullies on the internet. And there's been an outcry of support and an outcry of anger, which we're going to hone in on tomorrow. So, yeah, it's going to be probably one of the darker episodes. And we're no stranger to dark episodes. We talked about the TikToker that got shot in Mexico. We talked about Hack's Money. We talked about Dustin McGee. You know, it's in our DNA that we talk about dark shit. We talked about the shooting here in Cincinnati and the father running over that sheriff. So we're not particularly fond of these stories, but I feel like we have a duty to talk about them. You know what I mean? A justice, so to speak. So that'll be on the docket for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about, you know, the impact that she had, internet bullying, and where all these fucking flies have scattered off to. Because a lot of these people that bullied her are doubling down, and they're getting doxxed for it, which I had to make a phone call to the FBI, wink, wink, in regards to that, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. So that'll be it for this one. Sorry for it being so abrupt. And yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow for episode 32 of the podcast.
Damn, it's 32 already?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's what's up. So we're going to end the stream right now. Thank you guys for coming in, being a part of it, talking about wrestling and all that. And we will see you all tomorrow at 7.
Bye, guys.